Red Dead Online has changed a lot over the years, and there are many things that only OG players can remember. And I'm not even talking about real content updates, which we haven't seen for a long time in Red Dead Online. I'm talking about things and mechanics that were dramatically changed much earlier, and here are 20 such changes. First of all, at the beginning of beta, prices in a catalog were much higher. For example, Rockstar was selling Mauser pistol for $1,000, which is already quite a lot, but keep in mind that back then there were no good money making methods in Red Dead Online. There were no roles, no blood money contracts, so players were making money mostly by hunting and fishing, and $1,000 was just enormous amount of money. Obviously players were not happy to see such high prices, and there was a huge scandal. And really soon Rockstar decided to decrease prices by 40%. Another thing that only few players will remember is that back in Red Dead Online's beta, all the players in the lobby were visible on the map. Nowadays on your map and minimap you see only nearby players, and only if someone is really aggressive and attacks other players you can see that players from a bigger distance. But back then it worked like in GTA Online, and it was possible to see where exactly every single player in your lobby is. So if some huge PvP fight was happening on Emerald Ranch, for example, you could see it from a big distance and avoid this area, or join the fight, why not? Everything in Red Dead Online was much slower before the Frontier Pursuits update. Moving speed, all the animations like shooting, reloading, skinning animals, everything was much slower. It worked like in Red Dead Redemption 2 story mode, but I guess Rockstar decided that it's not fun enough and changed it. Increased the speed of all the animations in Red Dead Online. A very specific mechanic that I guess many players never even knew about, but at the beginning in Red Dead Online there were no aim assist for sniper rifles. Not to be confused with auto-aim, because there is still no auto-aim for sniper rifles, but aim assist is pretty strong. And previously there were no aim assist for sniper rifles at all, so hitting enemies with this weapon were not that easy. It required some skill actually, and I guess that's why not many people used sniper rifles. So Rockstar buffed sniper rifles few times and also nerfed all other weapons, we're gonna talk about this later. And during one of the buffs they added aim assist to sniper rifles, which as I remember made a lot of tryhards unhappy, but tryhards are always unhappy. At the beginning of beta, Butcher paid twice more money for fish, so fishing was probably the most profitable activity, but unfortunately there was a pretty viral glitch where players were throwing animal carcass on the shore and fish was just jumping out of the water, so you only needed to collect all this fish and sell it to earn a lot of money. Rockstar found out about this glitch, but instead of fixing it, they simply decreased the fish price. Slippery Bastard used to work completely differently. Now it decreases accuracy for both you and the player who attacks you. But before Red Dead Online was released on PC, it was disabling auto-aim, again for both you and the player who attacks you. For a long time daily challenges used to work differently in Red Dead Online, and mostly because of that a lot of players, including me, have so much gold. First of all daily challenge payouts were twice higher, and with maximum streak it was possible to earn half of a gold bar for each completed daily challenge. But there is another important difference with how it works now. Daily challenge streak was not resetting after 28 days, and it was possible to maintain it for hundreds of days and every day to earn 11 gold bars. I recently asked my viewers if they ever had a chance to buy any Outlaw Pass in Red Dead Online, and most of them never even seen Outlaw Passes in a catalog except for Halloween Pass 2, so I guess we need to mention Outlaw Passes as well, because a lot of players don't even know about them. Outlaw Passes were similar to Battle Passes from other games. You had to buy them, usually by paying 35 or 40 gold bars, and then level them up by earning experience in pretty much any way in Red Dead Online. And by leveling up in Outlaw Pass, players were unlocking different rewards, including gold bars. So you were getting all or almost all the gold that you've spent on purchasing Outlaw Pass back. Anyway, a lot of cool cosmetic items that you will see on other players are from Outlaw Passes. A lot of outfits, like this one, my favorite. Separate clothing items, for example this coat. Horse masks, weapon variants, unique dogs for camp and so on. All all that was in Outlaw Passes. And in Quick Draw Clubs, which were like smaller Outlaw Passes added during Blood Money update. And by the way, speaking about updates, now we have monthly updates in Red Dead Online, which are basically new bonuses and discounts every month. But before 2022 we had weekly updates, and bonuses and discounts, extra payouts were changing every week. However, in these weekly updates, or rather events, bonuses and extra payouts were much smaller on average than we have now in a monthly update. Long time ago, all the ability cards were giving you perfect accuracy while active. But then Rockstar decided to nerf it and removed this effect from all the ability cards except for Painted Black. It still gives you perfect accuracy while active. Almost all cutscenes were skippable, and it wasn't necessary to watch the same cutscene again and again when you're replaying your favorite legendary bounty mission. But then I think around Bounty Hunters update Rockstar changed it. Obviously because they want players to spend as much time in Red Dead Online as possible, but in my opinion they're using their own methods to achieve that. Rockstar never explained why, but at the beginning of April we had snow in Red Dead Online. I mean, snow falling from the skies, not the one in Coulter, just like we have in December during winter event. I guess it was some kind of April Fool's joke. For a long time it was possible to purchase only 5 stalls in stables for your horses. Then Rockstar increased this amount to 10, but for many players it's still not enough. And speaking about horses, it was possible to activate slow and steady ability card while mounted and ride on a full speed, which was kinda powerful in PvP. Then Rockstar nerfed it, or I should rather say fixed it, and now when you activate slow and steady while mounted, your horse cannot run. But since it cannot run, it cannot throw you off as well when scared. So that change created another abuse, and now with slow and steady active you can hunt different dangerous predators and not be afraid that horse will throw you off. When collector role was only added to Red Dead Online in a Frontier Pursuits update, all collectible items worked like tarot cards are working now. They were guaranteed. It was possible to get full collections of all the collectible items by visiting all the collectible item locations during the day. It required a lot of time, to be honest, to collect all the items, but the biggest grinders were making a lot of money and experience. But later, when Rockstar added collectible fossils, they changed a lot of expensive collections like coins and arrows and made items in these collections non-guaranteed, random. So now it's all about luck when you will get full collection of coins, but it used to be a guaranteed 1 full collection per day. For a long time we had much bigger lobbies in Red Dead Online, and there were 30 people in each lobby. But since Rockstar were always using cheap peer-to-peer connection system, bigger lobbies started to work pretty bad when Rockstar added additional stuff on the map, like collectible items, different NPCs and so on. So they just decreased the amount of players in each lobby. For example, on Xbox and PC I have lobbies with only 12 players on average nowadays. There was a time in Red Dead Online when Warmint Rifle was the most popular choice for PvP. It was a very weird PvP meta. Almost everyone in PvP showdowns was running with this cheapest rifle, mostly because Warmint is a pretty fast shooting rifle, and since you know in Red Dead Online's PvP it's all about headshots, it was a really good choice to make a quick and deadly headshot. But Rockstar quickly nerfed it by decreasing lethal headshot range of Warmint Rifle and overall damage of this weapon, especially on a bigger distances. By the way, later they nerfed the damage on a bigger distances for all the weapons, except for sniper rifles. After Moonshiner's update, for more than half a year, animals almost completely disappeared for many players, including me. I saw no animals on my Xbox One, like at all, so I moved to PC. 1 year later I had to quit PC and go back to Xbox because of cheaters, but that's a different story. Anyway, animals almost completely disappeared for many players who were playing on original old-gen consoles, Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and returned only after the Naturalist update. Tonics were even stronger in Red Dead Online because it was possible to drink them at any time, even when the die is active. It made some builds, like a tank build, extremely powerful. So Rockstar decided to nerf it, and now players cannot drink tonic right after receiving some damage and when the die is active. Unfortunately, simply by quickly opening Tonics wheel few times, players can still drink Tonics even when the die is active, but many players don't know about this. Never Without One ability card was much stronger. It's still a really good choice for PvP, but it used to be an absolute must-have, because it was blocking all the headshots. And now it blocks only headshots to the upper part of the head. Rockstar nerfed it when they saw that absolutely every PvP player is using it. Anyway, let me know in the comments what other changes from good old days of Red Dead Online do you remember. And since we were talking about the die ability cards a lot, I suggest you to go and check the video about all the ability cards in Red Dead Online ranked and explained that you see on your screen now. With that being said, stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye.